no, he's good. He's good.
They tell me it's 7 o'clock and things are supposed to start. So welcome to Elgin Homecoming 2019. Please take your seats and enjoy the show.
Singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in her presence and you can forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Sigh, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the one. She walks into a room and you know she's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic and chic. She walks into a room and you know from her maddening poise over this world, she's a special girl strolling. Can't help all of her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is my Johnny Suffering Emily Shambler. She walks into a room and you know you must shuffle along, join the parade. She's the quintessence of making the grade. This is what you call traveling. Oh, stretch yourself, can't get enough of her. Love her. And the son of a gun, she's one of a kind. One walks into a room, singular sensation, every little step she takes. One walks into a room, thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in her presence and you can forget the rest. For the girl is second best we know. Give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the
Welcome to Elgin's Music in the Park. The cast has been working hard over the past 3 months. Me, 3 practices. I get to read mine. To bring you this musical review, and they are so excited. Thank you to the Elgin Homecoming Committee, Elgin Community Betterment Committee, and the generous private donations to make this production a possibility. Thank you to the Elgin Public Library and City of Elgin for providing our rehearsal and performance space. Thank you to Tim Harnish, over here, for being our sound expert. And at intermission, please enjoy popcorn and malt provided by the Elgin Cub Scouts. And most of all, thank the cast for the hard work they bring this show to life. And now it's time for the show. Oh, wait, first, wouldn't be just quite the show if we didn't have some Norwegian jokes first. They have to change clothes, so it takes them a few minutes. Ole's neighbor Sven had a boy, Sven Jr., who came home one day and asked, "Papa, I have the biggest feet in the 3rd grade. Is that because I'm Norwegian?" "No," said Sven, "it's because you're 19. Lars asked Ole, "You know the difference between a Norwegian and a canoe?" "No, I don't," said Ole. "Well, a canoe will sometimes tip." Ole is so cheap that after you guys really shouldn't laugh, you're encouraging me. Ole is so cheap that after his airplane landed safely, he grumbled, "Now there goes that $5 for that darn flight insurance." That's enough. I'll have more later. Annie, Get Your Gun is a musical with lyrics and music by Irving Berlin and a book by Dorothy Fields and her brother Herbert Fields. The story is a fictionalized version of the life of Annie Oakley, a sharpshooter who starred in Buffalo Bill's Wild West, and her romance with sharpshooter Frank E. Butler. The 1946 Broadway production was a hit, and the musical had long runs in New York of 1,147 performances and London, spawning revivals, a 1950 film version, and television versions. One song that became a hit is Anything You Can Do. During the song, Annie and Frank argue playfully about who can, for example, sing softer, sing higher, sing sweeter, and hold a note longer, and boast of their abilities and accomplishments, such as opening a safe, living on bread and cheese, although Annie always seems to counter Frank's argument, neither can bake a pie. Anything You Can Do.
I'll tell you what. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can shoot a partridge with a single cartridge.
I can get a sparrow with a bow and arrow.
I can live on bread and cheese.
And only that?
Yeah.
So can a rat.
Any note you can reach, I can go higher.
I can sing anything higher than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Anything you can buy, I can buy cheaper. I can buy anything cheaper than you.
50 cents.
40 cents.
30 cents.
20 cents.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can say, I can say softer.
I can say things softer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I can drink my liquor faster than a flicker.
I can drink it faster and get even sicker
I can open any safe.
without getting caught.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, you crook.
I can hold longer.
I can hold any note longer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you
Yes, I
can't.
can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can.
Anything you can wear, I can wear better. I look better in anything you wear.
In my coat?
In your vest.
In my shoes?
In your hat.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything Sound of Music is a musical by Richard Rogers, lyrics by Oscar Hammerstein II, and a book by Howard Lindsay and Russell Krauss. It is based on the memoir of Maria von Trapp, the story of the Van Trapp family singers, set in Austria on the eve of World War II in 1938. The musical tells the story of Maria, who takes a job as a governess to a large family while she decides whether to become a nun. She falls in love with the children and eventually their widowed father, Captain von Trapp. He is ordered to accept a commission in the German Navy, but opposes the Nazis. He and Maria decide to plan to flee Austria with their children. Many songs in the musical have become standards, such as Edelweiss, My Favorite Things, Climb Every Mountain, Do Re Mi, and the title song, The Sound of Music. The original Broadway production, starring Mary Martin and Theodore Bikel, opened in 1959 and won 5 Tony Awards, including Best Musical out of 9 nominations. The first London production opened at the Palace Theatre in 1961. The show has enjoyed numerous productions and revivals since then. It was adapted into a 1965 film musical starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummers, which won 5 Academy Awards. The Sound of Music was the last musical written by Rogers and Hammerstein. In My Favorite Thing, Maria sings to children during a thunderstorm about things she loves, such as Whiskers on Kittens, Bright Copper Kettles, and Warm Woolen Mittens. My Favorite Things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that hang on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee sings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. When the dog bites, when the bee sings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Jersey Boys is the inspiring rags to riches tale of the 4 seasons. When Frankie Valli, Bob Gaudio, Tommy DeVito, and Nick Mossy met, they were just 4 New Jersey teens singing together under street lamps, scraping for gigs and money in their working class neighborhood. As the quartet rises to international stardom, they celebrate the highs and endure the lows that come hand in hand with fame. Each member of the group takes a turn narrating events, illustrating how a ragtag group of guys from New Jersey and their decade-long friendship became music history. Jersey Boys is a is a smash hit that showcases the Four Seasons' most iconic hits and reveals the tale behind the music. Sherry is a song written by Bob Gaudio and recorded by the Four Seasons. According to Gaudio, the song took 15 minutes to write and was originally titled Jackie Baby, in honor of then First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. In a 1968 interview, Gaudio said that the song was inspired by the 1961 Bruce Channel hit Hey Baby. At the studio, the name was changed to Terry Baby and eventually to Sherry, the name of the daughter of Gaudio's best friend, New York DJ Jack Spector. Sherry. The other night at practice, Lori said she could have him.
You're right.
It's 1962 in Baltimore, and quirky plus-size teenager Tracy Turnblad has one dream: to dance on the Corny Collins show. When she gets into tension with the African-American students in the school, they teach her some of their dance moves, and her newfound groove wins a spot on Corny's show. Overnight, Tracy transforms from a nobody into a star and uses her newfound influence to advocate for racial integration on the television show. Tracy faces scrutiny and bullying from the network producer Velma and her popular but vicious daughter Amber. With the help of teenage heartthrob Link, host Corny Collins, and Motormouth Maybell, the host of Negro Day, Tracy overcomes the odds and succeeds in her mission to integrate the Corny Collins show. Tony Award-winning Hairspray continued to be one of the most widely produced musicals today, not only because of its wit and charm, but also because of its beautiful message of acceptance and progress that it portrays. The bright, energetic story of Tracy Turnblad teaches us all to look past the color of one's skin and fight for every human being's equal rights. New Girl in Town takes place after Tracy becomes the lead dancer on the Corny Collins show. As the song goes on, it shows how Tracy's new role is affecting her popularity. Her performance is instantly well received by the whole of Baltimore. New Girl in Town.
No. She was the new girl in town.
There's quite a bit of clothes to change now, so you get more Norwegian jokes. I have 8 pages of them here if you want to know. Lars was staying home one night after a night at the tavern, and a Lutheran minister saw him and offered to help to get him home. As they approached the house, Lars asked the minister to step inside for a moment. He said, "I want Lena to see who I've been out with." Okay, wasn't that good. Poor Ole died. So Lena went to the local paper to put a notice in their obituaries. The gentleman at the counter offered his condolences and asked Lena what she'd like to say about Ole. Lena replied, "Just put in Ole died." The gentleman, somewhat perplexed, said, "That's it? Just Ole died? Surely there must be something more you'd like to say about old Ole. If it's money you're concerned about, the first 5 words are free." She pondered for a few minutes and finally said, "Put in Ole died, boat for sale." The winner of the Triple Crown for the Best Musical, Best Score, and Best Book, the hilarious Avenue Q, tells a timeless story of a recent college graduate trying to find his way in the world. Set in New York City, all the way out on Avenue Q, we are introduced to fresh-faced Princeton as he struggled to find his purpose, meet friends, find love, lose love, and face it again along the way. Inspired by the beloved children's show Sesame Street, Avenue Q creates a puppet-filled world that is a little more reflective of the difficult R-rated realities that we face when we learn that real life isn't as simple as we dreamed it might be. Perhaps, suggests Avenue Q, life is all the more colorful and worthwhile for it. Purpose.
It's that little flame that lights a fire under your ass. Purpose, it keeps you going strong like a car with a full tank of gas. Everyone else has a purpose, so what's mine? Oh look, here's a penny. It's from the year I was born. It's a sign. I don't know how I know, but I'm gonna find my purpose. I don't know where I'm gonna look, but I'm gonna find my purpose. Gotta find out, don't wanna wait. Got to make sure that my life will be great. Gotta find my purpose before it's too late.
He's gonna find his purpose.
Whoa, whoa, I gotta find my purpose.
He's gonna find
Yeah, I gotta find my purpose. Could be far, could be near. Could take a week, a month, a year. At a job, or smoking grass, maybe at a pottery class. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. I gotta find my purpose, yeah.
You're gonna find your purpose.
Whoa, whoa, I gotta find it. What will it be? Where will it be? My purpose in life is a mystery. Gotta find my purpose. Gotta find me.
You're gonna find your purpose.
Whoa, whoa, I gotta
Based on the beloved animated movie from 20th Century Fox, Anastasia is both a heartwarming and heart-wrenching dive into one of history's biggest unanswered questions. What happened to Grand Duchess Anastasia Romanov? Set amidst the turmoil of the Russian Revolution, with the Bolshevik regime on the rise, Anya is an amnesiac orphan stranded in what was once the Russian capital of St. Petersburg. She's on a quest to rediscover her past, which she believes lies in Paris. Joined by a dashing con man, Dmitri, and an ex-aristocrat, Vlad Popov, who want to use Anya to bamboozle the only remaining Romanov, Empress Maria, into believing that Anya is the lost Anastasia. If you got all that, yeah. She escapes to, Mallory wrote this. She escapes to Paris with a determined Soviet officer on their heels. Including classic songs from the motion picture like Journey to the Past and Once Upon a December, Anastasia explores one determined girl's journey to find home, love, and family as she discovers who she was and embraces who she is meant to be. Journey to the Past. One fateful night, Brad Majors and his fiancée, Janet Weiss, a wholesome, well-behaved, utterly normal young couple in love, innocently set out to visit an old professor. Unfortunately for them, this night out is destined to be one they will never forget. A thunderstorm and a flat tire forced them to seek help at the castle of Dr. Frank N. Furter, an alien transvestite scientist with a manic genius and insatiable libido. Brad, Janet, and Frankenfurter's cohorts are swept up into the scientist's latest experiment. The night's misadventures will cause Brad and Janet to question everything they've known about themselves, each other, love, and lust. A loving homage to the classic B sci-fi film and horror genres with an irresistible rock and roll score. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is an hilarious, wild ride that no audience will soon forget. Brad and Janet arrive on a very special night as the Master is having a party, where they meet the equally strange housemaid Magenta, which leads them to the infamous song, The Time Warp.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control.
I remember doing the time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left.
And then it's to the right.
Put your hands on your hips.
Your inner knees in tight. But it's a velvet thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's so dreamy, oh fantasy feed me, so you can't see me, oh no, not at all. In another dimension, a voyeuristic intention, well secluded, oh I see it all. Ow!
With a bit of a mind flip.
You're into the time slip.
And nothing can ever be the same.
You spaced out a sensation, like you're under sedation.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Well, I was tapping down the street just to having a thing when a snake in the guy gave me an evil wing. It shook me up, it took me by surprise. He had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes. He stared at me and I felt the change. Time meant nothing, never will again.
Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left.
And then it's to the right.
Put your hands on your hips.
Your inner knees in tight. But it's a velvet thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
always wanted more hair, so. Now please enjoy a short intermission while our cast prepares for Act 2. During intermission, some of our cast members will be requesting a free will donation to help continue Elgin's homecoming celebrations. We appreciate your contributions. And also the Boy Scouts are selling things in the back, so thank you.
You'll be on the
Based on the smash hit 1991 Disney movie and dating back to the late 18th century classic French fairy tale, Beauty and the Beast tells the story of Belle, a beautiful and intelligent young woman who feels out of place in her French village. When her father is imprisoned in a mysterious castle, Belle's attempt to rescue him leads to her capture by the Beast, a grisly and fearsome monster who was long ago trapped in this gruesomeness form by an enchantress. The only way for the Beast to become human again is if he learns to love and be loved in return. There is a time limit too. Once a magical rose loses all of its petals, all hope will be lost and he will stay a beast forever. The Beast's enchanted household, populated by such beloved characters as Mrs. Potts, Lemure, Cogsworth, and Chip, watch anxiously as Belle and the Beast grow to understand and befriend one another. Their feelings grow ever deeper as the clock ticks and the petals continue to fall off the enchanted rose. They will confess their love for one another before it's too late. In this song from Beauty and the Beast, Belle is dissatisfied with life in her small provincial French town, constantly trying to fend off the misplaced affections of conceited Gaston. Belle.
Fish! Fresh fish! Fish!
About a beanstalk and an ogre and a boy.
That's nice. Rory, the maggots! Hurry up!
There she goes, that girl is strange, no question. Dazed and distracted, can't you tell?
Never part of any crowd, with her head stuck on the cloud.
No denying she's a funny girl, that Belle.
Bonjour!
Good day.
How is your family?
Bonjour. Good day. How is your wife?
I need 6 eggs!
That's too expensive. It must be more than this provincial life.
Look, there she goes, that girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well.
With a dreamy thought of gloom, now stuck in a book.
What a puzzle to the rest of us is Belle.
Oh, isn't this amazing? It's my favorite part because the sea.
Her name means beauty. Her looks have got no parallel.
Beyond that fair facade, I'm afraid she's rather odd. Very different from the rest of us.
She's nothing like the rest of us. Yes, different from the rest of us is Belle.
From the moment that I met her, saw her, I said she's gorgeous and I fell. In the town there's only she who's beautiful as me, so I'm making plans to woo and marry Belle.
He goes, isn't he dreamy? The pure Gaston, oh, he's so cute! He's still my heart, I'm hardly breathing. He's such a tall, dark, strong, and handsome.
Oh, no.
May we call this bacon? Lovely, great.
Some cheese. 1 pound.
Excuse me,
That nice
you let me through.
Those fish, they smell. There must be more than this provincial life.
Gonna make Belle my wife.
Look, there she goes, that girl is strange, not special, a most peculiar mademoiselle. It's a pity and a sin, she doesn't quite fit in, though she really is a funny girl, a beauty but a funny girl, she really is a funny girl. That
Hey, do I read the script or one more joke?
No, stop talking.
One fine day, Ole decided to take a drive for Lena in his new Chrysler. Well, didn't really say that, but I just... As they were driving through town, a policeman pulled him over and told Ole he was doing 50 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Oh, no, Ole protested. I was only doing 30, officer. No, you were doing 50, replied the cop. Really, officer, I was only doing 30. Well, I clocked you at 50. At that point, Lena, trying to be helpful, spoke up, but officer, you really shouldn't argue with Ole when he's been drinking. Hercules is a 1997 animated musical fantasy comedy film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation. Hercules is a son of gods, was snatched as a baby by Hades, and forced to live among mortals as a half-man, half-god. Now a teenager, Hercules needs to perform a rite of passage on Earth to prove himself worthy to live with the gods on Mount Olympus. The stage adaptation, which will be presented at the Public Theater this year at the outdoor No Courts Theater in New York Central Park, features the film's original songs as well as new ones by Alan Menken and lyricist David Zippel, who wrote the song I Won't Say I'm in Love, where Meg realizes that she has reluctantly begun to fall in love with Hercules, but constantly refuses to admit it. Meanwhile, the Muses insist that she stop denying her feelings for him and embrace them instead. I won't say I'm in love.
I guess I've already won that. No man is worth the aggravation. That's ancient history, been there, done that.
Who'd you think you're kidding? He's the earth and heaven till you try to keep it hidden. Honey, we can see right through you, girl, you can't conceal it. We know how you feeling, who you thinking of.
No chance, no way, I won't say no, no.
You swoon, you sigh, I deny it, uh-oh.
It's too cliche, I won't say I'm in. I thought my heart had learned its lesson. It feels so good when you start out. My head is screaming, get a grip on it, girl. Unless you're dying to cry your heart out.
Keep on denying who you are and how you're feeling, baby, we're not buying. Hon, we saw you hit the scene and face it like a grown-up. When you're gonna own up that you got it bad.
No chance, no way, I won't say no, no.
Give up or give in, check the grin, you're in
The
love.
scene won't play, I won't say I'm in love.
You're doing flips, sweetheart, you're in love.
You're way off base, I will say.
She won't say no.
Get off my case, I will say it.
Girl, don't be proud, it's okay, you're in love.
At least out loud, I won't say I'm in love.
Singing in the Rain is a musical with a book by Betty Comden and Adolph Green, lyrics by Arthur Freed, and music by Ignacio Herb Brown. Adopted from the 1952 movie of the same name, the plot closely adheres to the original. Set in Hollywood, in the waning days of the silent screen era, it focuses on the romantic lead, Don Lockwood, his sidekick, Cosmo Brown, aspiring actress, Kathy Sheldon, and Lockwood's leading lady, Lena Lamont, whose less than delicate voice tones make her an unlikely candidate for stardom in talking pictures. Singing in the Rain includes some of the best-loved comedy routines, dance numbers, and love songs ever written, including Good Morning, Make 'Em Laugh, and of course, the show-stopping dance number, Singing in the Rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone to the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain. Just singing, singing in the rain. Dancing in the rain. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. I'm happy again. I'm singing, singing in the rain.
From the creators of Shrek comes DreamWorks Trolls, a colorful, wondrous world populated by hilarious, unforgettable characters and overly optimistic trolls. With a constant song in their lips, the comical, pessimistic Bergens, who are only happy when they have trolls in their stomach, DreamWorks Trolls is a fresh, broad comedy filled with music, art, and hair-raising adventures. And now our very special performances from Trolls, Can't Stop the Feeling.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, that hot blood in my body. It drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it. Moving so phenomenally. On like a really rocket, so don't stop. Under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting too close.
they wanted me to be in that one tonight. So I got to do one more. So Ole and Sven went, wait a minute, Ole died earlier, didn't he? Oh, well, he must have came back to life. Ole and Sven went fishing one summer, decided to rent a boat from the resort instead of fish from the shore. They rowed out a ways and started to fish. They caught one fish after the other. Ole says to Sven, I wish we could mark this spot. It's the best fishing since I've seen when I was a boy. Sven replied, I got some chalk in my tackle box. Why don't I put an X-rater in the bottom of the boat? Ole laughed. You goofy brother, what if we don't rent the same boat next time? While our performers are preparing for the next song, we'd like to again thank everyone who's made this production possible and remind you about the festivities going on here in Elgin. Tonight, following the show, will be a street dance right on that street featuring Bruce Behringer Band. Tomorrow, a 5K run will take place in the morning, ending at the new trail bridge to celebrate its grand opening. You might get a chance to see Rod again at that, just maybe. Following the bridge opening, find a seat for the parade at 10:30 and stick around for food stands, kids activities, a car show, all-school reunion, just a little bit of that, a lot more than that. In the afternoon, enjoy music by Bo Timmerman on the stage. She'll be back on that stage. Try your luck at a beanbag tournament. And if you have a question, there's another thing to having a barrel pong. If you have any questions about what barrel pong is, ask my boys. They'll fill you in. Challenge your friends to a scavenger hunt, and there's kids' activities in the park and a train ride around town. They brought the train tracks back just for this. The Elgin's Got Talent finale will take place Saturday night, followed by the street dance with Dogs on Skis. Yes, that's the name of the band, Dogs on Skis. And the Parade of Lights by the fire department. Join us again Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. for an encore performance of our musical review. Funny Girl is a 1963 musical, opening on Broadway in 1964, with a book by Isabel Lenhart, music by Jules Stein, and lyrics by Bob Merrill. The semi-biographical plot is based on the life and career of Broadway star, film actress, and comedian Fanny Brice, featuring her stormy relationship with entrepreneur and gambler Nick Arnstein. Its original title was My Man. The musical was produced by Roy Stark, who was Brice's son-in-law by his marriage to her daughter Frances, and starred Barbra Streisand. The production was nominated for 8 Tony Awards, but facing tough competition from Hello Dolly, it failed to win in any categories. The original cast recording of Funny Girl was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. The musical is set in and around New York City just prior to and following World War I. Ziegfeld Follies star Fanny Brice awaits the return of her husband, Nick Arnstein, from prison. Reflect on life together and their story as told as a flashback. And now from Funny Girl, Don't Rain on My Parade.
Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around the clothes rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly. I simply got to. If someone takes this, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I march my band out. I drink my drum. And if I'm fanned out, your turn at bat, sir. Lisa didn't fake it, hatch, sir. Guess I didn't make it, but whether on the rose of sure perfection, or freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the cinder or the shiny apple of its eye. I've got to fly once, I've got to try once, only can die once, right, sir. Ooh, love is juicy, and you see I've gotta have my bite. So, get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply have to march, my heart's a drummer. Don't bring around the clouds rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now, get what I want, I know how. One roll for the whole shebang, one roll the bell will go clang. I am the target and wham, one shot.
girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming to listen to these incredibly talented cast members. Words cannot express how proud I am, knew it, of their hard work and dedication. The next line on this says, I had to write this speech down as I find myself to be very emotional. Told you. Knowing that we're almost done making music and memories together this year. I want to again thank every single person who made this production and homecoming a possibility. It is not possible without the wonderful volunteers that we have. My father and I had the opportunity to speak with the director of Keep Iowa Beautiful in Des Moines a few weeks back. He had taken notice of our small town celebration on Facebook and said, Elgin must be the most fun place on earth. And I replied, well, it is. We want to close tonight with an encore for you that many of you have already heard before. But before we do that, I have a special gift for the people that have truly been my rock, my family, my mom, my dad, Tim, and all the family that's here tonight to support us. This next song spoke to me because I had a chance once to leave this area and pursue a career in music. Although music is near and dear to my heart, I always felt a true pull to stay in rural Northeast Iowa. Woo, woo. Elgin and Fayette County are my true home, and no amount of glitz and glam would ever be enough to keep me from my roots.
Yeah, Mel.
Go Mallory. Love you, Mel.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never. Before we do our encore for you, I'd like to invite anyone up here who has sang this song with us before. You know what it is. That includes you, Jen. She looked at me like, are you gonna call me out? She knew it. Anyone who has ever sung this song, you know what it is. Please come up and sing with us. Join our cast. I know you know it. It means Pat, too. He's trying to hide down there, but he really wants to take pictures. He'll do a solo for all of you later to make up for it.
Isaiah, stand by me. I'm going.
Minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and striving. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to land, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truth that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died.
Celebrate, remember, here in the life of Christ. Love.
You got to remember the love. You know measure your life in love.
Seasons of
I have two quick announcements. We found a hotel key card for the Fayette Hotel. So someone might have trouble getting in their room tonight. And then there is a breakfast tomorrow morning here at the park shelter. Pancake and sausage breakfast from 8 to 10. And a Sunday brunch after the church service in the park also from 11:30 to 12:30. So those two things, your meals are covered for the weekend. Key card, come see me.
There's no more. What?
It was beautiful, beautiful. like this right there.
Yeah, that's the boy.
It's a lot of work, but it was worth it. Oh, I want to do it.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truths that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died.
It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends.
All right, you guys decide your pace. You got it.
1, 2, 3. Bonjour, pardon, good day, may we you call this bay? What lovely grapes, some cheese, 10 yards, 1 pound, excuse me, I'll get the knife, please let me through this bread, those fishes still, they smell, madame's mistake, well maybe so, there must be more than this.
Yeah!